Good morning. This is Shamani from Providence Life Design. I hope you guys had a restful evening and your day is off to a good start. So I'm just going to start my lectures on types of design, and that's going to kind of like help you guys with staying focused on how you're making choices when you go into the store. So I have something really funny. Let me start this out with a little funny conversation, a little funny story. And it shows you how quickly and how easily people can become insulted, right? Even in a social media era, we're all caught up with technology. We're all afraid of the 5G coming. People are just so sensitive and so hypersensitive, right? So I think that's why I don't really share a lot. But when it comes to design, as a designer, I'm gathering information. I'm helping people with project managing, helping them with organizing. And I keep the smarts to be able to guide them and give them a absolute, a yes or no, and that kind of thing, right? So I pride myself on that. Not being a yes woman. I'm not here just to sell something, just to sell it. Who cares about that, right? I can't find purpose in that. So if I can't find purpose in it, then I can't help you, or I can't be, the type of salesperson that I need to be for something that I don't believe in, right? So I had this conversation, to get back on track, I had this conversation with a customer. They came to me, and we were talking, and he was just telling me what his choice is. And I started asking questions. Now, my questions definitely was correct in how I posed the question, okay? I didn't say anything insultive. I didn't use slurs or anything like that. But I remember he was like, well, what has that got to do with it? That was the question he asked me, because I asked him something cultural. And he said, well, what does that have to do with it? And I was so dumbfounded. I was like, it has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. Maybe I'll make this video about that, and then I'll do the video on traditional style after. Okay, so culture, age, whatever your demographic is, it affects your style. So how can someone know if they don't know who's going to use the space, or what your background is, to know what it is that you have an inclination to, right? God forbid I say a particular group of people, they like blue all the time. I'm going to be labeled, I'm an anti this and an anti that. Stop. That is the nonsense I'm talking about, right? So that is something that cannot be hid from whoever's trying to help you, if they are a real professional, okay, because then they're going to be able to guide you. They're going to be able to steer you correctly. Now, me personally, I'm a West Indian. I'm a West Indian woman. I'm a black woman. I guess I'm categorized as an African American here in North America. But, at the end of the day, I know what women from my culture like. I know what women from a certain age demographic likes, okay? And it affects, because you could be, that's why environment is everything, right? You could be, I provide, that's why my strong suit is consulting, because I'm only here to guide people. I can't make people do what they don't want to do. You understand? I think people get caught up in, the romanticism of a title, okay, or of an occupation, and they fail to see how at some point in the getting the understanding and getting assistance and getting consulting, that at some point they have to follow direction, right? So I'm not about my time being wasted. Nope. Not in any situation. I'm not about my time being wasted for consulting. I'm not even interested in my time being wasted when it comes to sales, okay? So culture, background, age group, all these demographics, sex, all of these things matter, and it affects you when you choose things design-wise. Now, I'm a woman of a certain age, but women that are in the age group that is about 10 to 15 years older than me, they like certain colors. Okay? A lot of this has to do with like what sets the trend. And this is going to be directly related to the video that's going to be about traditional design, right? Because we got to think about how we're all colonized to a degree. You know, we're all domesticated to a degree. We're all programmed to a degree. A lot of people like to watch the news and watch all of this kind of stuff that has nothing to do with their necessities of every day, okay? And then they wonder why they want to make certain decisions that aren't really the best for them. You know, this is what causes people to, you know, want to buy $3,000 of material and they want to use the cheapest product that they can absolutely find to install it. Does that make sense? It doesn't. But all these things program us, right? So women, we like certain colors. Women that are like not from the creative arts. Women that are not from the creative arts, we like, you know, they like certain colors. We're known for that. We've been programmed for that since we were really small. Little boys, they like certain colors that are not of the creative arts. They have been programmed and domesticated to like certain things, right? So this is why when we're driving in traffic, we could see a man, you know, holding on to the bit of sex that he got going on. He's in his 50s, all right? And his vehicle looks like a G.I. Joe toy truck, right? With all the stars and all of this and all of that. And he never served a day on anybody's military or in any kind of armed forces. You see, these are the things that program us, right? So you must be, if you're a customer, you're a client, you must be candid with your whoever's assisting you, okay? If you know, okay, my home, I house my Passover meals and my in-laws come. This is what it is that I need to see. This is what I need to look. This is what happens. We're coming upon our holidays. This is the color that we primarily. Be candid about it. Don't have somebody showing you all kind of stuff and at the end of the day, it doesn't resonate with you. That's a waste of your time. It's a waste of the person who's helping you. Okay? People that are, you know, North European, they like a certain kind of material, right? They like this is why there's so many different varieties and blends of marbles and natural stones. Some of us want to see things that are opaque and creamy and white and pure in color and only white, okay? Maybe you know, Greek resonates with us. That Santorini kind of aesthetic resonates with us. But then there's certain people that come from a background where it's a mixture. They could be gypsies, right? They could have gypsies in their blood. They could be people that come from czars. They could, you know, they could have a Turkish background, right? They could. I have a lot of Russian clients, right? My Russian clients, they like a certain kind of thing. There is nothing too much for them. They love opulence. There's nothing wrong with opulence, right? But I help them keep the opulence from being too kitschy. That's my role. But I have to still be able to roll with the punches of it, right? So them being candid and showing all of their cards in the deck that in the cards that they're holding in the game, that allows me to be able to help them. Which brings me to this. I had a customer one time. I found her to be quite difficult. And even though she was difficult, and she knows she was difficult, she still came back to me. Y'all don't know about my occupational hazards. You have no idea. If you and I are not vibing, find another person to go and help you. No, they want to come back to me. Why? Because I'm not a yes woman. I don't just say yes because you just got a wallet to spend. No, that's not who I am, right? I realize now on this visit, clutching to her pearls, she got a whole deck of paint chips. Looking at the paint chips, like we playing poker, looking at the paint chips, and then going back to the conversation with me. I says, wait a minute, am I an idiot, or am I just stuck on stupid? Let's talk about the pink elephant in the room so we can move forward. Well, you have paint chips. You don't want me to see them, so at least I can guide you based on what it is that you like? Oh, no, that's not important. Well, I gave her some samples. I said, okay, well, you know, if you need me, you know how to find me, and this is what I recommend, and I moved on. This is how I had somebody else before repeat. Came back to me more than once. And the second time he came, he wanted all my assets. I says, you don't respect my opinion. He says, oh, no. You see, after he took home all that stuff he took home, he came back. He says, I want only what it is that you're going to give me, and that's it. Guys, Trust who knows what they're doing.